just one of the lines is
before they come in.
the glitter washed away, but we still find a piece of it.
Wait, even better. Just give me like 55-gallon drums of like the rubbing alcohol.
Okay, what?
Bloom.
Yeah.
Oh, bangs! It's killing off all that stuff.
Get that ass stink out there. Why don't you have some of Elmer's ass water?
They don't
Now
maybe
we're
send
live.
you to Guantanamo. Get that cock meat sandwich.
I love the beginning of our episodes when I go to edit them. It's always cock meat sandwich or
There's something horrible. being
yeah,
said.
something horrible being said.
You edit
It's
it?
on sometimes I do. Well, I clean up the audio so they can be heard.
Oh,
better.
I've already said something horrible about having sex with his girlfriend on the air, so I'm gonna have to like cut it out.
No, I don't cut it out. I clean it up so it can be more legible. So
He
you can
turns
actually
it
hear
up so
Yeah,
you can
turn
actually
it
be
up
heard.
So you can be heard better.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I take her behind the building and pick flowers. it's like Jason.
It's like
Yeah.
it's
Jason
subtitled.
Spencer, yeah.
Like so,
Yeah.
what they do?
And pick
the voiceover?
flowers. Okay, then you guys go ahead and do that.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kill slow hobbit. It's called a slobbit.
What?
A slobbit.
Slobbit.
A slow hobbit. A slobbit.
I guarantee you that's copyrighted.
Slobbit? Already?
Probably watch it be on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. A slobbery.
Yeah. A slobbit.
A slobbit. A slow
So
hobbit.
technically,
Slow
I should be able to pick one more, I think. Because I took Celestial Magic and Fiendish Magic.
She's neck deep in the fucking mechanics, baby.
I know.
Hey,
If I catch this
I
spell
had the,
first,
release
and then
in
catch this
29.
spell, it'll do these two things, and then I'll use this ability.
I finally got the time to try to wrap my head around it and make these things, and these things are making it.
Did you
so
show
much
Callista what you made?
I did not.
Made spell cards.
Well, the spell cards were already the ones I made, but she sorted them into colors, right?
Yeah. So I have cantrips and spells. And once we get past like level 1 spells and we start having level 2 spells, I'll put the level 2 spells in another color.
Except,
Way more dedicated than you losers.
except we're only gonna
All
play
four
this.
of you.
I got.
Except we're only gonna play this for another month.
Card covers.
Hey, are we
What-
gonna?
What?
Are we gonna
what?
switch?
What?
Are we gonna switch
Huh?
over to the other game?
I would like the record to reflect that. Fuck you.
Probably, but I'd like the full rule release because you guys are kind of high level. In the
Yeah,
chat
that's
team.
true.
So that's the only problem.
Toot? Level 2? Toot?
Yeah, shoot.
So I can choose
Oh, there's
one
lots of
destruction
Tutankhamun.
or enchantment.
Lots of Tutankhamun.
What do you think?
What say?
Those two together on there.
Bane.
What else
Bane?
did I- Oh yeah, I should open up my notes.
Concentration. Or whatever it is.
Should open up my notes.
Let's see. Oh, this has the C next to it.
Oh, he's not kidding.
Yeah, all the rest are just ins.
There he is. There he all.
I was kind of going between.
Damn
Right over there?
There he is. Is that my speaker?
You say
told me
fuck
low
it.
charge?
He's on
That's the
a 0
first time I've
grams
ever
of sugar
heard the
per month.
speaker tell me low charge.
Dude, I went,
What you need to do is
dude,
figure
I
out
went
what your
hardcore.
Yeah, you got to figure out what your limits are. That's the thing. You have to
No,
figure
I
out
don't
your
think
threshold.
so. That's pretty funny.
Okay, I'm eating something that has 10 carbs for serving.
It's over there by the dragon table. Here, let me.
Right.
So
Oh yeah,
I
the button bread.
test my blood
You
sugar.
don't
I
didn't
have
go all
140.
staticky this time.
Okay, I'm taking
Weird.
all my
Um,
medication.
Lego.
Your
today.
carpet has.
Mhm.
Excuse me, carpet.
And what can you go up to?
Carpet.
175, right? Something like
No,
that.
speed bump. You get it right.
He actually has to move, guys. I can't.
Lego.
Fuck me out of here, you fat ass fucking fluffy motherfucker.
See, this is what I love seeing.
You can kick it. It's
No, I don't kick dogs. I kick people. I don't kick dogs.
Okay, go ahead
not a
now.
dog. He's a robot.
Okay, wait. Tell
He
me.
is. They
So the
be
guru.
built and made better. He's a bionic dog.
So figure out how much like a certain type of can.
Right.
So you test.
Like a piece of bread's 12 carbs, bro.
Yeah. So
Like,
there's your.
I can have
benchmark.
one piece of bread
So there's your benchmark.
or not and have a shot of vodka.
So there's your benchmark. You figure out, hey, this piece of bread is going to raise my blood sugar this much. Right?
How do you figure that out?
Like I said.
Well, you have
eat the
to. You
bread.
have to actually.
Just take one piece of bread and then test yourself. Eat the bread. Wait 2 hours and then test yourself.
That's what lifelong diabetes people have to do.
All right.
They have a relationship with their food, whereas your medication lets you kind of avoid that. You just cut out the cold turkey stuff, and then medication just eat what you know is better for you. But these guys, man, they wanna still live and have a life, and taste food.
No, I,
So
I
they-
pushed my dead inside button a long time ago.
It's right next to the prostate.
Yeah,
It's like-
next to-
It's like,
No, it is
one
the
of reasons why
prostate.
I love bees.
yeah, my
These
prostate's
I
flat.
press it every day for 15 minutes.
My prostate's flat like a catfish.
So
No, it's
For a snack
one of
for
those
me,
buttons that you have to
that's
use a
no
paper
carb.
clip to get.
It's like, what?
Oh.
Why are you saying
no
this?
carbohydrates. Granted, it's going to smell like,
Your piss is going to
Dracula.
smell like Dracula's ocean of death.
Yeah. Yeah, I can sell
Yeah,
my
you
sweat
can cut-
piss as,
Yeah.
Now,
holy
what
water
about that?
against,
You
straw.
can cut,
No, you
no.
the worst,
cut Dracula
the
in half
worst
with your
thing
piss.
about those, he eats them, and it doesn't matter how much he brushes his teeth and showers, he still oozes the smell.
Oh, yeah.
So
No,
guess
No,
what?
lucky-
I want to ask you
I
about
mean,
like,
garlic's an
like the garlic.
aphrodisiac for her.
are,
She
are like,
loves garlic.
are like
I
whole grain
shove
breads
him out
better
of the
for
bed.
you? Can
She
you
probably
tolerate whole
bleeds
grain
sugar,
breads
though.
and stuff?
She does.
Do those carbs help better?
She
Probably
Like the
tastes
keto
like when
breads
she
that you can
bleeds,
get?
her skin crystallizes and the
Yeah.
blood dries, and then you scrape it off into your coffee, and
Yeah.
your coffee's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, zone
That was a.
Or you catch berries and crush them in a mortar and have some.
Yeah, that'd be great. And snort them.
When I was younger, that
What
was
was
a
that
fear
on?
that I knew
Yeah.
that I
There's
had.
Ham.
And helped me back from doing any like
Hugh
blood
Jackman,
donation or
Tan,
anything.
who's
Like, if my
got
blood
the-
sugar was high when I went to go
Oh, yeah, that's
donate
right.
blood,
Yeah.
and then they take that blood and give it to
Give it to,
someone.
give it to the confectioner guy.
No. Like if they use my blood because I'm a
So
I'm
it was
O
like
negative.
hypoglycemic.
Yeah, or even just another diabetic, or somebody that's in like the
So you just
surgery
hold
and
the
then I'm
IV
getting.
unit and like spray it on people like a rock star concert.
I don't know, but that was a fear.
Hey, it's
that I always
Kyle's
had, is
blood.
Someone getting my blood put in them, like as a donation. Oh, hey, get us unit a day. I always act.
One of our
The
watching,
guy's all of a sudden has a
Emerald
blood sugar of
Titan
300.
is like
Why?
free trauma for prize blood.
You guys see that Murdoch's kids are
But-
taking him to probate court to try to wrestle Fox away from him?
Prostate
So-
court.
and then
Probate?
Oh, probate court.
So
Well, I
that's
mean,
what-
They're gonna
that's
be
how
more
you
the same.
figure
it's
out
gonna be like that show Billionaire, right? Or that other show
Tolerance.
Succession.
uh,
Real life. It's finally here. It's finally here.
shot.
Hey everybody, we're back after a month and a half. Sorry for month.
Okay.
It's usually like 2
Um,
hours after.
And the
Yeah,
uh,
check it in like
end of
45,
summer.
like 30
why is
minutes.
that tilted down? You're such a fucking dweeb. Would you tilt it up proper? I'm gonna come over
Because
there
right now I've been,
and we're gonna shave
I'm
your
trying-
Santa Claus beard.
for me to be able to get one of those little patch things with the phone and all that.
Well, you
They want me
can't
to have my
this is
blood
why you
sugar
can't have
tested.
nice things.
I have to test my blood
It was
sugar
our end of summer
every single
break.
day,
We had
like,
people that went
wake up,
camping.
before breakfast, after breakfast, before lunch, before dinner, after dinner, and then so I've been doing that. And it sucks because
I got
those
skills.
little things are expensive.
Make sure it
man.
is a little bit closer
A little
because if it's
test
not in
strips?
front of
Yeah.
you, it won't get picked up. So,
Get boned.
so.
But
Yeah.
if I do it for 3 months, or I think it's 3 months,
Understood.
they'll
Yeah.
let me get it.
So, welcome back to our DC20 adventure campaign. We're probably going to wrap this up once we hit level 2, assuming these idiots don't die, and
Let's hope
continue
not.
to make up their own moving mechanics, like they can fly 60 feet, or they can hyper speed, 95 feet, all the things that they can do.
Sorry.
What was that?
He's watching
I was-
another
I was-
Dungeon Master. You cheat! You're cheating on
I was
Jason.
opening up the DC20 thing to see.
We are currently playing in an homage campaign. One of my favorite campaigns, Blackmoor. Although we're not technically in the world of Mystara, we're just in the land of Blackmoor, or the general area where this was going to take place. So, other than that, when we last left off, after your conversation with Lady Blackmoor and the need to reestablish the hereditary title for the Blackmoor Castle so that she can bring the Blackmoor Kingdom back into its original existence, she asked you for help, asking you to make your way to the Castle Blackmoor, find proof of her hereditary title, and better yet, learn if there's any kind of unknown things going on within Blackmoor. As you guys begin your journey, heading through initially the remains of the forest, eventually making your way into the bog, having to deal with the bog hounds. After your first couple days of traveling into the North Downs, you eventually are now in the midst of the heart of the bog, and you came across an old, ancient, and corrupt cemetery. Here you found yourselves colliding with undead creatures, including an undead minotaur that came out of the tomb in the center of the cemetery. After dispatching everything, it is, I think it's actually near the end of day 4 and day... No,
No, it's mid.
day 5. You're mid-day 5, actually.
It was we just pressed it into the graveyard as dawn was pressing as we left the church.
Because that's right, because you guys pushed through the night.
We pushed through it.
And now it's the morning of day 6. You guys just fought and destroyed the creatures of the cemetery.
I didn't say that.
Is it day 5? That's what I said. You told me no.
I didn't say no for that.
Oh.
You said midday. I said
Okay, so it's morning of day 5. Because you guys pushed through the evening to try to get through the heart of the bog as much as you could. Gotcha. Oh, this isn't fighting. This is tussling. Morning of day 5. You guys are still in the cemetery. You've dispatched all the undead creatures. The tomb doors lie open. The mist of the bog is beginning to rise with the morning's dawn. What would you guys like to do?
Time to go grave robbing. Get a shovel.
The graveyard is slightly elevated.
not in underwater.
It's not underwater. It's damp, but is not in the bog itself. The bog water
There is
itself.
some boggy area.
Correct.
In the morning?
Well, I mean, you
We,
guys have
we
a,
pressed through the night.
yeah, you haven't been long rested or short rested or anything for a while because you kept pushing through. Well, anybody interested in
I would like to
examining the grounds of the tomb? Give me investigation checks.
field check. Not anything before 11.
16.
16. Okay.
And
17.
what do we add to it? Investigation?
Yep.
7.
7. Okay.
30, 20.
30, 20, 7,
16.
16,
17.
17, and 19. And you're taking time to heal Sephora. Okay. What are you using spells? What are you using? Because you guys technically aren't taking a short rest yet. So
Not yet. We still have to do it.
that reminds me, I have to open up my cheat sheets. That's what I forgot.
2 AP and 1 MP. I make a DC 10 spell check.
Oh.
Heal for get more.
Yeah, extra pencil.
You cast and send them to cast the spell before.
I need like a third monitor, like a feed monitor over there,
I got
or back there. Yeah, yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Natty 20 on my heal check.
Okay.
So additional. Oh, and if I'm touching the creature when I cast the spell, I go for an additional 1 HP. So success, you heal the target creature within range for 3 hit points.
Okay.
Success, each 5 is plus 1 hit point. So I
Okay.
rolled a natty 20. So that means plus 2.
Yep.
I'd roll a 10.
Yep.
So 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
Nat 20 is plus 2.
Yep.
Does that mean plus 2 plus? If it says success each 5 and then nat 20 is plus 2, is that on top of the initial 5?
Yes, because considered a critical success.
So you get 7.
I'm good with that.
Nice.
Okay. And,
Yeah, it's one of the things I love about DC20 is they really reward those 20s when you roll them,
and
whether
then
it's in combat,
I
in skill
get-
checks. Like I was
get-
talking to my 330 table about that. One of the even my Wednesday and Sunday table, even though we've kind of picked up on some of the DC20 mechanics for those two tables, using the 4 AP,
Our table too.
heavy brutal. Yeah, Baldur's Gate has it as well. The one thing that came up today is like, what if you destroy a save? Like, what if the DC for a save, for a spell effect, or for an effect in, like to avoid damage, right?
Mhm.
What if you destroy that save? What if the save is like a 14 and you roll a 28?
Right.
There's still no value to that 28. You beat the 14, so where's the value? So we were toying with the idea of creating a rule where if you beat the base
Double it.
value of the save, so let's say you need a 14, you roll a 28, then you avoid all damage. You don't even take half damage. It's the equivalent of like just this amazing save, is and therefore you avoid damage altogether.
I like PTK, so
TK,
yeah.
TPK,
Total party kills.
sort of party
Not
kills.
party total kill?
Yeah,
Party
whatever.
total kill, baby.
Party,
Whatever dyslexia tells me.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
I'm down 5. How far are you down?
Dog.
I
Damn
know
it.
you're down more.
So
I
as a group-
have no idea because I wasn't here last session.
Yeah, and they didn't say one more.
We didn't play. We haven't played since.
Yeah,
No,
she wasn't here for that session.
I was playing
Yeah.
both of our characters.
That was
Yeah.
the session I forgot to make sure that
I
the mute
think,
button
you
wasn't
know
on.
what I was? I think I was
And
playing on my
3/4 of the
tablet,
session was
tablet.
muted.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say
So-
on mine. 'Cause I was playing on
I
mine.
have no idea. I'm probably hurt, but I have no idea.
No, that's not hurt.
No, you were pretty far. Like I had you away.
Yeah.
Okay, if I was
You
pretty
were
far away,
you were
then.
sniping.
No, you were cheating by flying when you can't really fly.
No,
Oh, that was
No,
you.
no,
Yeah,
no,
that
no,
was
no.
close.
I played her
I
character
can
right.
fly.
She was like
I can
landing
fly.
on shit.
That's right. You were up high landing on stuff. You
It
didn't get hurt.
was, it was the session before that where I was flying.
Yeah,
Oh,
And then
that's
I
right.
landed.
gliding up.
Yeah.
Gliding vertically.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jump up.
I made a vertical glide.
Quick, someone light a campfire so I can have a thermal.
It's just like a butterfly over the fireplace.
Everybody
Fire
fart.
pit.
I'm down 5. I don't know.
Like those birds you see flying into it.
Yeah, yeah.
And we get all of our manacles back after the moment.
So Quick rest, you can do twice a day. You spend rest points at 2 hit points each. Short rest, twice a day. Quick rest plus some features regained. Half long rest, full long rest, and full rest. I thought short rest you regain, you have feature regain. So I think it might be a short rest that you can get. But you might be thinking of grit and mana might be long rest.
I have grit as well. I'm down grit. What was the conversion rate for rest points to hit points?
Hold on a sec.
2 rest for 1 hit point?
Check it out my cheat sheet. Still haven't memorized this, so I really should. Those are called the AP cheats. Where are the condition rest? I don't see
You gain
cheats.
longer and empty back when you finish a long rest.
Okay.
And regain all expended grit points when you complete a long rest.
So grit and mana is based on a long rest. You regain stamina in combat.
You regain all spent stamina when combat.
Yes. You can either regain it while in combat or you regain it all at the end of combat.
And it's 2 hit points for 1 rest point or the other one?
You spend rest points at 2 hit points each.
2 hit points for one rest.
Correct. But I think we're low enough level it doesn't matter based on the breakdown on the character sheet, I thought. That you could only ever get 1 rest point, I think, at level 1.
Okay.
Do you?
I have 4.
Oh.
I
What's
You
the
get
for- what's the
no,
formula
you
for
get
rest points?
you get
What's the
level
formula?
plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
level plus might. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, level plus might, so that means I should have 1 then.
Yeah.
Because my
Yep.
might is 1 and my level is 1, so what I have to do. Okay.
My life is
How many hit points do you gain for the long rest?
full.
Or is that
All of it.
all of them?
So a half long rest, which is 4 hours, once a day, is the equivalent. You'd also have to take a short rest plus you regain. So you regain your short rest ability, right? Because you get 2 of those per day, and then you regain all rest points. A full long rest, you regain features, and you remove exhaustion / doom. Full rest is determined by the GM, needs area of safety. So I think a full rest is categorized in the cheat sheet as a 24-hour rest, but that doesn't
Like in an
necessarily
inn or someplace.
yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean you're asleep. Like none of these mean you're technically asleep. Sleep could be part of the rest feature. Like a half long rest could simply you guys being in camp for 4 hours, doing light stuff, like maybe tinkering or working on crafts or copying into a spell book or making a meal, or it's a way of just kind of role playing some stuff that you can do within a short rest bracket. So with that, it's early morning. As you guys glance around the cemetery, there's a couple things you notice as a group. The tombstones are cracked, ancient, leaning in different directions, barely legible. Quite a few of the tombstones have erupted earth around them from when the creatures came crawling out of the ground. The tomb itself, the stone doors are open, and it's so dark you can't quite see inside of it. Well, that's where the Minotaur had come from. Looking at the skeletons and other creatures that you were destroyed, most of them appear to be wearing rotted clothing, rotted armor. Their weapons are rusted and chipped. So nothing of specific value that you can notice. What would you guys like to do?
Mausoleum.
Yeah.
Two?
I want to kind of like look at the area where the Minotaur's base landed.
For that, you want to try to find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend my rest points to gain up to 10 hit points. I'm gonna take a short
Well, the help action for DC20 gives you a +8, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Okay.
I'm guided.
Give me because it's lost, I feel like this would be, give me a nature check, do with this.
Oh,
No,
guidance.
survival,
right.
because you're trying to find it. What's that?
Grant a help die D8.
Okay.
An ally within.
Yeah, so you get a D8 on top of your employee roll for.
You said survival?
Yes.
Like it.
Well, anytime magic items or something to be found. This one gets ravenous, bro. Ravenous.
Rabbit. That's drooling.
14.
14? You do find it. It's half submerged in the beginnings of the bog itself before it gets deeper. You even notice a couple of the alligators kind of whisking away from you as you get close to it. See the handle slightly sticking out. The rest of it's kind of like buried in the bog like mud. Yeah, give me a athletics check. Pull it out. Okay. What are the rest of you doing while Pandy's over recovering the mall?
I spend 4 rest points to get up to 10 hit points.
Okay. Okay. So is there anything you want to work on during the short rest? Reading or any, light work that you want to work on?
And at some point, I will go.
Are you missing any armor points? Yeah, remember your armor can take damage.
I thought that's the other system.
No, this is this one. So remember, you have reduction for your armor, right? So if you have any filled in circles for your armor reducing your damage, you can actually take a short rest and repair your armor and take away those.
We didn't.
Okay.
I have that on even on this here. That's
Really?
that's that other.
It's not Daggerheart, guys. This one has it too.
Oh wait.
It's under. It's physical. I think it's PDR.
Hold on.
No, that's your physical defense reduction.
I didn't track any of that.
Oh, okay. Well, no, PDR and MDR is your armor class.
Yeah.
That's your armor class.
It's you take so much if it's a heavy
Pretty
and
sure
so much
that, I thought
it's a
it was.
Oh, that's stagger.
No, I know, but that's not what Daggerheart called it. I thought DC20 had one where you were wearing equipment that gave you a bonus to your people.
That's heavy.
Is it the heavy armor? Is that the... Okay, all right. I might be missing two also. I was reading and looking at the Daggerheart. So it's on field. I could have sworn there was a reduction. And so, is there a new character sheet?
Yes. Okay. So no. Listen. So I have novice light armor, and it says +1 PD. So it just gives me
Just give
+1
you
to my
that bonus
physical
to your
defense.
physical defense. Okay. I couldn't remember if that was the case. So anything you want to work on during the short rest?
So at some point, it'll let me point blade and stick my head in just
Got to see what they're all around. Okay. So he's over recovering the mall,
and I'll cook.
and you're in the midst of preparing a meal for everyone, and then I'm actually checking on the film.
I gathered some food.
Yes.
I will be with
Yeah, so the session you missed, they did stuff to start.
Oh, okay.
So you have some in the film. And we'll also print off the bill too. Okay.
I'll do this going through.
Give me your focus.
I'll do it going through the.
Yep. What do you have to do? What's your trades on that?
I have alphabet.
Give me alphabet. So it's still 5 for the previous. 5 for the previous. focus on poison.
Yeah.
Give me the herbal.
One.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have some fun with that one. So Sephora and okay, so you're over helping me. Okay, we cover them all. What do you do? Okay. Since you're preparing to deal with the bow, he'll get to the trip before. Give me an investigation. That you have me to. The city trip. You look very old and look like you know how things grow up in the building, kind of vines cover them and start growing in through the stone and it cracks and everything. There's a stone floor with a lot of vegetation that's reflected and kind of broken apart. You're not really sure that many sort of things from. There could be because you feel like you're staring inside of an empty building, not very big. That creature came out. You're not seeing any obvious sign, other than kind of like the vines and the foliage of the covering of the floor, look shredded in the stone. Like they were falling apart. Pretty four. Give me awareness. But on a specific area of the plant. 24. 24. As you go over to where the vines are, now that they've been pushed up and pulled aside, you can see a 4-foot by 5-foot stair of cracked stone floor that looks to be slightly taller than the rest of it. Almost like it had been lifted up, or maybe like it's brought down, you're not sure. This feels like a crack door. Feels like it. Okay. They're moving around. You do see a couple of sconces, like old rustic. But one of them is slightly tilted upward. But the other one's kind of
I'm not gonna stand on it.
yeah, you turn it, you hear this like chain sound, like it's releasing. You hear like a stone hitting the floor or something. I'm not sure where. And you watch as the floor drops in on itself, revealing a set of stone stairs that goes down. And while you're doing that, you two recover them all, pull it out of the mud and the water. It requires a might of 5. I mean, still have to wield it or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, it would be a good question. Right? 3. I mean, you're pretty good. You can drag it out of the mud, but either one, if you try to wield it, it's just too unwieldy to like hold up. It's heavy. It's 6 feet long. The maul head itself is solid, kind of granite stone with thorn. It doesn't give off any magical like energy. It's just a large weapon. Okay. cracks in the horns go in different directions. The skull is severed. Grab one. Bill, or not Bill, Gallon, as you're cracking some of the bones, you come across a femur bone that has a strange occult-like writing. It's super fresh, so you start looking at some of the other bones, and as you start looking at other bones, start collecting them in a pile, you collect the femur bone from all the skeletons that you guys have already, and you discover the product of necromancy writing on each of the individual pieces. Come see them, like, snap it over their profile. But you head over there, and it's like, you've got this one etched on it here. Somebody has complete practice with it. Causes those things. Something very powerful.
That's going to be a cult in practice. They have to
You know,
see if it's even. Look at the fucking thing. Look at the thing. Can you read that? Of course you knew that was
I don't like what you did. You did it. Or having a cult back. You have to bring them all. But you get the feeling that, like, reading through the sigils of the Blackmoor work of the necromancy effort, have you guys come back here in the tower, you took them all reassembled, crawl back into their money to make it protect it. And that thing, you got to hear a heavy stone and like a gallon of dust from filling out of the tomb, and Sephora found it. Are you okay? Yes.
Fine. Are you dead?
Don't say I can't hear you guys. Probably all your microphones.
No, I'm not dead.
Are you quite certain? Would you like to be?
Testes 1, 2. These constructs would have those reassembled and
Is that all
reanimated
carb
within
stuff?
an hour. We should break collective femur from each one and see this necromantic writing break the bone.
It might have been looking behind you. It might have been bleeding over up into your microphone.
I think it's the boom box that's behind you.
He's normally over by me.
I got chipped on that, but it.
Yeah, they're saying that flattering. Well, we're getting to your natural one day. So as you're distracted by Sephora announcing that she found the secret passage, you were
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Is this one turned on?
really, they're all turned on. Well, there's always a delay. Well,
It's not like a long delay.
yeah,
Well, you have to turn your radio off.
what's the difference between this? Let's. You can't hear me. You can't hear you at all. Weird.
Looks like one of the things has popped out of my copy.
Well, in it.
Yeah, number is muted. I don't know why that would be. No, your microphone is bad. Yeah, it's her microphone because no, somebody's microphone is bad. Really, dude? Try that one. It would be pretty cable. Thank you for looking at that one. Well, no, what I'm noticing now is I've got solid bars on my key. Like someone's microphone is like. Yeah, well, no, I don't know why. I've never detected on my keyboard. Oh, could be a cable. Test 1, 2. I mean, mine's good. I'm seeing a key. Yeah, no kidding, right? Well, no, but this was not doing it. Yeah. Yeah. That's new because that was not like that last time.
And then just vibrate it back.
Can we hear me here?
Probably good. But
Yes. Don't you know that the technical difficulty screens with a turn on everything? The channel's experiencing technical difficulty. Please stand by.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, do me a favor. Unplug her.
Use your big girl voice.
Okay, that went away. So I've got a. So what's happening is on my device, it tells me when I can hear people talk. It was solid halfway up, as if it was getting a feedback on something. So between last night and today.
Well, kitty.
Or the cable. The cable. So they can go again. So that was
Hello.
So, dude, and everything was working fine yesterday. Now everything's working again. Did you unplug it?
I unplugged.
Okay, so that cable's bad and your cable went bad.
See if you guys.
I mean, I've got another 20 cables back in the stick, which I can fix tomorrow, but that is so weird.
The cable is dying. Happens all the day.
And yeah, it's
Yeah, but these are the cables I've been using forever before.
It's
So,
better.
is it better now? There we go.
Now I can hear stuff.
Okay. And
Okay,
it still
I
says
can hear
I can
her.
hear you too. So
Yeah.
Fast forward. We're 5 levels into this dungeon.
I know.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I had to check it.
The tech bugs, man. Okay, so whenever my levelator, my level indicator shows a solid halfway up, it tells me I have a bad cable somewhere.
Yeah, all right. I
That's
had
what
to
that
check it.
means.
I
Okay.
had to check it.
No, I'm glad you did because I now have to figure out why 2 cables went bad because I've never had any of my cables go bad like that.
They're being moved all the
It'll
time.
happen in batches.
Interesting.
I at the place that I used to work,
Yeah.
it would happen there all the time. We were a post house and we also did video productions.
Okay. Well,
And
They've
I
also
mean-
been
I work-
static
I
for
work
how many
in video
years,
tech
and now they're being
support.
moved
yeah,
around.
they got moved and the pins got
Yep.
shifted and everything too. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like-
So back to you. Since
Yes.
you heard the trapdoor open and everybody kind of looked that direction, you were in the midst of gathering some hemlock sap. The nice thing about hemlock sap is when you gather it and then mix it with your alchemy ability, you can actually create poisons. So you were trying to create like an oil that could go onto a blade, is what you were working on. Unfortunately, that distracted you. So as you slip, the poison sap sprays back into your face
Oh, no.
as you take 2 points of poison.
Aren't you resistant? Am I resistant? No.
No, I think she's resistant to infernal things.
Okay.
Yeah, I love when you give her that look. But
I'm-
Calista thinks everybody's resistant to everything.
Isn't she
I'm
resistant to everything
resistant to
in the game?
Yes, you're. Yeah, 'cause you
Radiant
guys are
resistance.
opposite
Yeah.
sisters at this point.
So,
Two sides.
Two sides of a very bent coin.
okay, so 2 points.
Two sides of the coin that was on.
I just take that out of my hit points, right?
Yes.
Correct. So
Okay.
there's, yeah, it's poison damage. You're not poisoned, but that's just the nature of the damage that you took. You can get in your rest now. We'll say that this took time.
Yep.
At the end
Before
of
I
the
do,
rest.
I will collect everything with the chat.
Okay.
I thought it was that.
Cook.
Yeah, we'll say you kind of make a travels meal that people can eat on the go. At the end of that, like 4 hour, because you're taking a short rest, or you're doing a short rest, so that is
I get
1
back-
hour.
And I get back my grit and my rest points, right?
Okay. Yes. Well, 1 hour is a short rest. That's quick rest.
And we were doing the half one.
Are you doing the 4 hour rest? Okay. So we'll say in the mid. Then you haven't got your 4 hour rest yet, because in the middle of that,
Yep.
Sephora discovered the tomb has a secret entrance inside it. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, do we
Get
want to
back
go
up
down
here.
secret entrance?
Finish lunch.
Oh no, I have to go get all the magic items for myself. No, I'll come back up.
Okay. You come back up. You're kind of like all covered in dust and grime from it kind of breaking open again.
That's
The-
dead people dust.
What did she make the
Did you say dead people dust or old people dust? I couldn't tell the
Who said dead?
Bowl.
It's just a matter of degrees.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
6 degrees of death. Instead of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Bacon.
No, I want bacon.
I want bacon.
I want candy bacon.
Oh yeah. Have you had the candy bacon at a slave dog?
No, I can't have any more.
So good.
No, I know I'm going to do one thing. Thanksgiving, it's on.
Oh, there you go,
Don't give
yeah.
two shits.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'll be like, here you go. Here's some
Like, get
saran
out
with
of
some
here.
insulin.
Well, I mean, the logic of medicine, right? You take 5 times what you normally take. That way you can consume.
I would turn into a pillar of diarrhea if I took 5 times the amount of metformin.
To the moon, Alice. To the moon.
You'd be like that creature in Doctor Who. with
I would
the
be like- I'd
skin
be
on a
like-
rack.
I'd be like,
You'd be like- Yeah, you-
Moisturize me.
You'd
Moisturize
just be a spray on a wall.
yeah.
Okay, so we take our short rest. Half a long rest.
See,
If
Don't
you
get
guys
old,
have,
people.
if you guys have not
young.
seen at least the trailer for the movie Thunderpants, I highly recommend it.
What do we get back with the half a long rest?
Thunderpants.
So yeah, I
We
mean,
use
at
our-
this point, you guys are taking a half long rest. At this point,
Does that mean we can use our rest points to get healing points back?
correct? If you want,
But I don't get any mana back.
correct. You need a long rest for bed.
Why don't we just take a long rest and go down into the crypt?
So
So everybody has their spells.
We'll go down on the trip at night, and then we'll be up in the morning.
And then leave.
Have no rest, and we'll go
Yeah.
on.
We'll
Oh,
push
yeah.
through.
Let's go down into the crypt at night.
It's the best time to go.
Because-
It's an underground
Because
crypt.
the sunlight
It's gonna
at
be
night
dark
in a
anyway.
crypt
Yeah.
helps.
Because the darkness in a crypt is less
So like
dark
I'm
than the
imagining
daytime.
Umbra like standing there in her like angelic form.
Umbra,
Do you really,
stop being afraid of the
do you
dark.
really want to go down into the crypt at night? It's nighttime after all. In the
Nighttime.
underground lightless crypt.
Don't worry, I'll
Do you have a
protect
potion
you.
for a migraine?
Well, it depends on how badly you want the migraine to go away.
Yeah, this will cure everything.
She like pulls out a little vial and uncorks it.
She says, I've been wanting to try this.
on someone else.
I would love to try this. I've only tested it on beetles so far.
Shouldn't you test on yourself first?
No. No, because that
Well, a cook should
Okay, so
always
long
taste
rest?
their own concoction.
If you guys want to do a long rest, yeah.
Long rest.
Full long rest. And if you eat what Dalian, do you have a trade? Dalian, do you have a trade for it? Roll your trade on that.
10.
10. Everybody gets 2 temporary hit points until your next long rest.
That's nice.
Where do we put those? In the,
Temporary.
in the temporary hit point?
Right, and we get
Do you
our
regain all of your rest points and all of your grit points after a long rest?
Correct.
And all of your mana?
Correct.
and so do we successfully do the long rest?
You weren't interrupted, so
Okay, we weren't
yeah,
interrupted.
Okay,
Awesome.
perfect. All right.
yeah. Look at her. Just so you know, honey, did we successfully get a long rest? That's her donkey punch face.
It's his favorite thing. He likes to make me do it often.
That's oh my god. We now have a pillow between the two of us.
Punch it and twist the
It's
tip.
my dick protection pillow from Sebastian because he kicks in his sleep. So whenever he rolls over, he kicks out. Swear to God, man. 3 o'clock in the
Every
morning, he
single
rolls
night.
over, pre-dick
And then
pillow
just-
protection. Bam! Like right in the
Dick
flat of the
punch.
junk. And I
Dick punch.
woke up and I never went back to sleep. It was awful.
Yeah.
You should wear a cup.
So
I have
Sebastian
never looked at a 2.5-year-old with so much vitriol in my
Right.
life.
So now Jason
He's
has
so
a
How can I make
small.
this look
I
like
don't
an
even dig
accident?
a big
Well,
hole.
no, it's worse. He's so goddamn cute, even when he punches you in the junk. I mean, what
now
are you
he's
gonna do?
he's got a dick pillow.
It's what keeps them alive. It's what keeps them from starving to death. Is they're so damn cute.
Speaking of that, we're gonna look around
Headbutts
the
him.
camp area. Around it.
What are those chips?
Give me a survival check.
They are
like
very
tacos?
interesting.
No, give me a
Anti-one?
nature check. They're very anticlimactic.
Try one. Ooh.
Is it nature?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Okay. Try as much as you want.
They're
Eat
they're
them.
Taco Bell on a chip.
I'd say the only thing you find, although it's not edible, you do find
Good.
about 5 uses of death heads mushrooms, and they usually grow on the interior of like coffins.
Yeah.
Very noxious and toxic, and can induce unconscious conditions.
If you get the dose right, can you get
If
high?
I see him get those, I'll be
I
like,
wanted to try.
No, you're trying to.
That doesn't take 4 hours, let alone 8.
That was last night.
Yeah, that was last night. Oh, no, that was in the morning.
How many?
You guys are
That was
tech-
this
you
morning.
guys
That was
are-
8 hours
it's
ago.
now, yeah, like the sun just set when you wake up from your, or like when you recover
Well,
from your long rest.
Yeah, like out in the fields. Grab.
Sure. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
How many people did you take for?
4 uses. Yes.
One sheep ends up being 50,000 chips.
Yeah, he doesn't
Oh,
have
what
a.
you
He doesn't have.
We can eat one fucking chip. Come on.
I'll punch
He
you in the
doesn't
dick.
have. I just ate one fucking chip.
Some chip. Yeah,
I
good for
did
you.
too.
Good self-control. I bet if those were
See, that's his form of self-control. He admits the lack of it.
Yeah,
Therefore, his self-control
That's right.
is the admittance of the lack of self-control. It's a thing, but I actually tend to agree with it. I'm that way with like drinking. Like I look at a bottle, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have one drink. I wake up, the bottle's empty.
When you're at
Hey,
RTM,
he said one drink. He didn't say what side the cup you were using.
A cup that
or
fits my junk.
can
What's
of
a
beer.
cup?
Yeah, what's a cup?
I'm just
I just jam a straw in that damn thing.
It's-
Go to
it's
town.
not-
just
video,
one
two
glass of wine.
2 girls, 1
Entire
straw.
bottle.
It's that
Two girls,
One
one part,
glass of
2
wine.
filters, 1 straw.
The mega pint.
Now I want one.
We had. I was. If I didn't get that call that I had to go to the hospital, I would have brought Golden Jubilee.
I know a chunk's coming. No, I can't stop.
All right,
I have
so-
a different interpretation
video.
of
They've got a peanut closet.
it. And I don't want you to bring it.
He's gonna suck.
Okay, so
You gotta clear
we
it.
wake up. We wake up.
Well, for the sake of
Excellent.
long rest,
Mhm.
I'm with the DC20 rules, I'm not enforcing sleep. Like sleep is a part of it,
Napping.
but it's like maybe you only sleep for 5 hours, and then
Yeah.
you do a couple hours of other activity. Basically, a long rest is you do
Pilates.
8 hours of
Yoga.
minimal activity. Is what it basically is. So you guys started your long rest mid-morning, and you conclude your long rest as the sun is setting. But in the bog, it's not always that easy to tell what time of day it is. It's like it's kind of always dusk here, anyways, because of the canopy of the
Oh,
swamp
God.
trees and
I would like to.
gloomy, gloomy, gloomy,
haze.
dark.
Yeah.
I would like to
gloomy,
look
gloomy,
for
dark.
stuff
Pretty
that
much,
we can
yeah.
potentially eat as well.
What's that?
I would like to look for stuff that we can potentially eat.
Give me a nature check.
I will.
I rolled a 24.
Okay. You have a
I just found it.
you have a D8
Now,
advantage.
this is how we interrupt our sleep.
Yes.
Ooh, I
You
rolled
start
an
looking
8 on
for
the
something
D8.
to interrupt it.
I'm gonna go shopping.
No, rarely does shopping require a poisonous snake biting you on the
I'm gonna
ankle.
go scuba diving in the bog for Lost Magic Island.
22.
22. Along the edge of the bog water, you find lily cups. Lily cups are just these lily pads that actually have medicinal value. They could be used for either healing medicines, healing alchemy, or recovery alchemy, depending on your skill and what you can turn them into.
All right, say that again. Lily cups.
This is for alchemy of healing, restoration, or
Recovery.
I wonder what I can do with those
You asked for
mushrooms with my brewery.
She went looking. She found it.
I go to the crypt.
Okay.
I'll follow.
The stone floor is still open, tipping down into a set of stairs. It goes down into the darkness.
We have lanterns. And
I
stuff.
will activate my flame on. And then I protect my.
Okay. You can pull out torches, lanterns, whatever you'd like to kind of illuminate the area. 5 uses.
Oh, I have dark vision. Okay,
So
good.
do I.
I'll go down.
Okay.
Yeah,
The forest,
check
yeah, you're like the first one to start kind of. You go down the stone door to get to the stairs. You can hear water. Sounds like running water. As you kind of peer into the darkness, you can see a sarcophagus, quite large. The lid's been pushed off of it, and the lid is broken into 2 pieces. You can see the Minotaur's skeletal prints in the mud down here, but beyond the sarcophagus, you can see that it's a ledge, and there's a 3-foot gap, and that's where you can hear the water kind of coming up through. And it looks like that gap has a berm to it, and that you could squeeze through there, but you kind of look through it. Give me an awareness if you look through the gap to see what you can see on the other side.
16.
16.
Mummified dick.
It appears to be an underground river. It seems to be running. You came down maybe 10 feet. The breach is 3 feet wide, and the berm goes down another 10, 15 feet. It's maybe a 5-foot wide stream, almost a river, and it's flowing pretty well. pretty
Which direction? Toward the way
flowing
we're
north.
going?
Yeah, it's flowing towards the direction you're going.
Oh, we make a boat. Is there like, is it a cave and it goes?
It's not quite a cave. It's like a gap. You know how like when
Yeah.
like caverns will collapse over
Yeah,
time?
yeah, I get it. But
You
like,
get the feeling like it just gradually eroded.
okay, but like if I got on something and went down the river,
Yeah, like as you look through the gap and down in the direction that the water goes, it looks like over a long period of time, it's kind of made its own cave, like its own cavernous, and it looks like it goes on, like it's been here a long time.
I'll relay that to the party.
Okay.
I succeeded my spell check on that spell with an extra page off the card. Just as is.
As this is fine. Okay. Nice throw.
My eyeball juice. Is there nothing else further south?
Not that you can tell, no. Just goes over to the other side of the water, and then more of the erosion of the cave itself. To your right, you see that it kind of comes in underneath some granite stones, but going north, it just kind of seems to pick up speed, which might explain that there's more erosion to it. So it's just the empty, broken sarcophagus.
Is it made of stone?
It is. It's made of stone.
Investigation.
Yeah, investigation. Check it out.
Or investigation.
Investigation.
11.
11. There is a small iron box partially buried at the foot of the sarcophagus. Looks to be a. Give me an occultism check as you examine the box.
14.
It feels like an offering box. Whatever was buried here, this offering box was placed here. You get the feeling that something else was here before. The Minotaur figure doesn't fit this place. Maybe, once again, an extension of the place being protected by whatever this necromancy had done here. It's an offering box. It's locked. There's a small, kind of key latch lock on it. The occult symbol on top is a symbol of death, which leads you to believe that somebody who was interred here, this is what was offered to them during their travels in death. Usually coin, sometimes items, but usually something of wealth and importance is gifted into the box.
What usually happens in occultism if you take this offering from someone?
With that same roll, bad luck generally could be inferred, but that's more superstition as it relates to it. What you want to do there?
Share all of it.
Okay.
How did this water?
You have to go through the gap and go towards the water to check it. Okay. Give me either athletics
It could be cursed.
or acrobatics, your choice. Squeeze through the gap. Steve. You guys watch as Pandy kind of gets on his belly and shimmies through the gap and kind of scurries down the berm. As you get closer to the edge of the water, you look to your right and you can see like the rotted remains of a wooden rowboat. Off to your left, you could see rotted remains of like boards and lumber.
Like a dock?
Maybe. But someone's been here before. Someone's tried to use this before. Give me an awareness as you kind of. Everyone else is still behind you, but you're down beyond the berm, down by the water. You notice some remains, half submerged at the edge of the water. You also notice some remains underneath the rotted lumber. The place feels old enough that something has been down here and died down here, maybe less than a year.
I'm gonna make my way over to the room, check the remains.
Okay. Give me investigation as you start rummaging through remains. 23. Okay. While you're doing that, what's everyone else doing?
Trying to pick the lock.
You want to pick the lock on the offering box?
Yeah.
What do we do for lock picking? Is that trickery?
Yes.
Is that what we
Or
went
is
with
it-
on that
Is
one?
there a sleight of hand? I have a lock picking skill
Under your knowledge base? Do you have
under
that
the
one?
trade.
Under trades? Then use that one under trades. Yeah. Do you have lock picking tools?
Yes.
You can have a D8 advantage for that.
Yeah, you get trickery plus your trade.
Yeah, I think trickery is
Yeah.
The
sleight of
base.
hand.
Yeah.
Okay. 17 plus 5 plus 8.
Wow. 22, 30? You got a 30 on that?
Is that a 17 plus 5 plus 8? Yes.
Yeah. You take the offering box away from Galleon.
He
And you-
hands it to me. I don't like.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I didn't even pick it up. I left it.
Oh, okay, so you pick it up out of the sarcophagus.
It's a piece of bone.
So while you're doing that, while she goes to pick it up and start picking the lock, what are the rest of you doing?
Oh, it's trapped.
So I know you're down by the stream right now, examining the remains. Give me awareness or nature, your choice.
14.
14? Okay. So 4, anything you're working on?
No.
No, just lingering. Keep an eye on things. Okay.
I'll be looking at the map, just trying to see if I can figure out where exactly we're at.
Now give me a survival check as you examine the map that you were given.
Here's something.
21.
21. You're on the edge of the map that you have. Where you currently are, you're in the heart of the bog. Everything north of that is a generalized assumption of what the territory looks like. But listening to the water, looking at the map, and seeing the lake north of here called Lake Hope, you get the feeling that what he's currently examining down below in that underground stream probably leads to that lake. And that's a good day's journey north of the bog. It might be one of the safer routes to take to avoid the rest of the bog, as well as the open grasslands that would expose you to the heights of the cliff and bluffs. And beyond Lake Hope, you kind of follow your finger along the coastline. Another 2 days beyond Lake Hope is the high cliffs and bluffs of the Blackmoor, and that's where the keep should be. So you guys are only about maybe 3-4 days away. Taking the stream might cut a day off your journey.
I'm gonna let everyone know.
Okay.
How long? Okay, so if we were to make a raft,
Mhm.
can we stand on it and go through, or is it like low, or is it deep?
Depending on your size, people who are pretty tall and big, you'd have to hunch over a bit.
or just sit down?
Yeah, or just sit down. But it's a pretty wide. It's about between 5 and 8 feet, kind of winding off into the distance. So it's pretty wide.
I don't know why. Don't you have snake fishing?
No, you can't.
Half snake person.
You really can't.
Do you clutch your eggs?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like,
you're the egg clutcher with your kid around.
Yeah, kidding.
I'm surprised you don't sleep like that.
My shoulder would hurt. It's either my junk or my
What
shoulder.
do you need now?
I was just like, are you working?
No, I look like human.
I was saying, if not, we can use you as like, motor over there. Yeah.
All snake.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
all snake people like the motorboat.
You like to
Exactly.
motorboat?
Yeah.
Motorboat me?
Well, first of all, it's more. The stream is running fast enough. It's like a rapid.
Okay.
To a certain degree.
We just have to
So
like get on something
yeah.
and sloops down.
being mobile, it's more about either just going in the water as is, or fashioning some kind of raft or something to ride down into the water.
I'm gonna make a bone coaster out of all the undead.
Minus their fingers.
Well, they're
We would have an
cracked, but
animated.
yeah.
We would have an animated raft.
I would also say that you can hear Pandy talking that he's
Well,
found
I'm looking at
the ruins of a boat and other like lumber and ruins of
Do you have
more.
magic that could fix the boat for us?
I guess then.
So you find the remains of at least 4 different individuals underneath the wood pile. All of them have been stripped of their gear, and all their gear has been turned out. It looks like something bludgeoned them to death, and then left their corpses behind after rooting through their remains. I would also say with that
I've been here
roll,
before.
there are very obvious kind of goblinoid footprints in the muddy embankment as well.
We tell that this person's throat was slit and the pockets were
the
picked
wood
before they
pile
hit the
is
ground.
how planks of wood.
Yeah, it's like mixture of planks and 2x6s, 2x4s, and it's all. You get the feeling that this might be kind of like jetsam that's floated and caught on the edge of the stream's embankment. So it's more like driftwood as well. It's like a smattering of just like fractured wood that's kind of gathered on the edge of the stream.
So upstream is outside.
Somewhere, possibly, yeah.
Hey, I got bodies down here and lots of driftwood. But it looks like it's flowing the way we need to go.
Lash the driftwood together.
Give me a. This feels like an agility save. Give me an agility save and pick up the box.
I should have checked the traps. While she's doing that, can I
She's
look
dying
and see
tonight.
if I can
15?
find any other sort of map or markings of any kind?
Okay, you can give me awareness on that one.
How
As you go to pick up the box, these 2 spikes jet out of the side of the metal box and into your hand. You're going to take 2 points of piercing damage from it, but you pulled your hands away fast enough that the poison doesn't set into your system.
That's all right. I'm immune to poison.
I'll just have one.
And then you pop the lid
I'm
open.
not immune to poison.
Inside the lid are a gold bar, a platinum bar, and a silver bar, and then a pair of matching daggers. You can give me an occultism check based on the ceremonial box.
17.
This is to buy their way into the threshold of death and to pay the boatman to either get out of purgatory or to cross the river Styx. They've been provided wealth for bribery of death, and the
Must
blades
have done something. Shit.
probably, and the blades are meant to be used in the afterlife.
Ceremonial or
They look magical. They're finely
We're taking
crafted.
those.
No sign of like rust or
It's,
any kind of effect of being buried down here for so long.
It's more of a.
blah blah blah.
We don't have a rope. Didn't range it.
A rangerina.
I mean, I'll take them. They just stabbed my hand.
Well, no, they didn't.
Box. Why don't you just like, keep the box and throw the box at
Or
Trust
you'll
me,
take
you don't
them.
want them to.
However,
Of
as,
course
as
you'll
a
take 'em.
warlock, as a warlock, I can make any weapon.
She is our Laura Bailey.
Yeah.
I will
If I watch that, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I will attempt to beseech my patron if he knows anything about the founders.
Give me a charisma save of that
Patron is going to take over your body.
Well.
I want the chips.
one. No real.
It's like, why are you bothering me with this shit?
It's not even that. It's like you feel like it's just not of interest to your patron.
He says,
It's inconsequential. There are other things that he wants you to find, or that they want you to find. At which point are you all, and you roll for
Before I roll for
other maps and
cartography is one of my traits.
Okay.
So do I get an extra for that? On the
you can make a cartography check if you'd like.
Okay.
And she's
The
doing-
picture on that bag is so misleading
It
because
really,
I know what a taco that looks like that tastes like.
it's not
It's Taco
Taco
Bell. It's not taco. It's Taco
Is it?
Bell.
pretty much.
18.
You're not mentioning anything.
You're not gonna do a bad
They're
thing?
interesting.
It tastes like a Taco Bell taco on a
No,
chip, kind of.
you know how like
It
you
tastes just like the taco seasoning.
no, you know how you
You
dig
get
a
Taco Bell and you fart. That's what it tastes like.
kind of. You know how you take a chip and you dip it in like a chili or a bean dip? That's what it tastes like. It tastes like bean dip.
It's not a lot of refried flavor.
It tastes like bean dip. That is creepy. And it doesn't even taste good until it dissolves. Like that first bite, you're like,
What
what
is
the
this?
hell is this?
Oh, there's the aftertaste.
Once the
Oh,
chemicals sear your tongue.
Yeah,
shut,
now I'm going to have to drink a bottle of wine just to get rid of that flavor. God. The punishment I go through.
and sleeping on the couch too.
I mean,
Well, I do that from time to time anyway.
if you
so.
want to, come over. I got wine and meat.
Me?
I want meat.
Meat.
I want meat.
Don't get this, guys.
Hmm.
Sunday is Fredo and Bilbo's birthday. So my sister,
This Sunday?
Yes.
Your
My sister's having a Hobbit party.
sister is
sister-
having a Hobbit
Hobbit
party.
party. Yeah, we're gonna have
You should make
all kinds of
You should want to
food,
make it a
and
slop.
pies and garbage.
I hate you. I hate you so
Alright,
much.
either.
I hate you so much.
I told you I had my dead
What'd you get?
my dead
18?
button's been pushed.
For Thanksgiving.
You take a moment to flip over the map and you start working out the section beyond what is mapped.
Yeah, I don't want to get to that point.
And based on the stream, based on kind of what you've already been interacting with,
What I'm doing now is
you get the vibe that what's beyond the bog, because of the condition that the bog is in, you get the feeling that as the weather has gotten very bad up in the north, all the floods have come down into the bog and made the bog even worse. You get the feeling that everything north of the bog could be very difficult to cross, which might explain why the person set up like a protection here. This may actually be the only way to get through the north part of the bog. And you start charting a possible series of underground potential routes kind of based on what you've seen so far. So we'll say your map is going to help you guys with, we'll say you get advantage whenever you're doing a survivor check if you run into multiple tunnels to take, on your northern journey underground, if you decide to do that. Otherwise, you could come back out and journey over the bog.
I'll advise everyone that the route is
You just set it in your
north-
dice box.
it's a chip bag holding now. Oh, dude, come on.
Come on, dude.
Dying right now.
Come on, dude. I want you guys to eat all this junk food. And even the fat guy behind the screen said that tastes like shit, but yet I still want one.
Yeah, so you're gonna have more too.
No, I'm good. I might have some pistachios to get rid of the flavor in my mouth.
That's what you say.
Yeah,
Have one of those
you'd
garlic
be
things.
right.
Have one of those garlic things. You won't taste anything else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass.
Those are strong to the point of
They
pain.
are.
Mm-mm.
It's like, you know what
Not
durian
really.
is?
Yeah.
You know what skunk smell is?
Yeah.
There is something where something is so overpowering that it doesn't really have a flavor. That's what those garlic things are.
Jelly bean.
So I'm going to advise everyone that the terrain is likely going to be getting more difficult.
Okay.
So we should, make sure we have as many supplies as we can carry, that we will probably be needing them. And I'll try to steer everyone towards my theorized metal potatoes.
Okay.
Sephora, can you head back to the top and see if there's any thicker trees to cut down?
I get such mixed emotions when we play Sephora.
All right.
Because Sephora
to,
plays everything through her face.
yeah. And then from where I'm at, I'm trying to like widen the crack a bit.
Give me a
Crack
light
widener.
on that.
He likes to widen cracks.
What?
He likes to widen cracks.
You look.
Well, I can't miss it when that action takes up half of my studio.
Not 21. Straight line?
Yep. 19. Okay. You managed to clear a couple more feet of the berm to make it easier for everyone to squeeze through.
I'm gonna go up.
Yeah, you go up, and there's plenty of like driftwood and things that you could gather up and bring down. And with what he found, you could easily try to lash together a raft
Yeah, I'll
with the
just
remains of the rowboat, and
drag him down and, maybe up and, I don't know.
you'll help him. Okay. Use a fork, kind of like dragging everything down. If you want to take, you're right. Wrong pipe.
That's a chip candy dilemma in her mouth. You can't do chips and
Whatever the fuck this is.
one of them went down.
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you can't do chips and
It's Russell Stover's sugar-free version of a fucking Starburst. And it's horrible.
It looks terrible.
It is.
It looks like
I
you.
wanted somebody else to.
It looks like you
I want-
butter
I
knife.
don't-
It looks
I
like you
always-
butter knife fat off of someone's belly.
Yeah. I wanted someone to share
What happened?
misery.
It's
Chumped her out,
modeling
man.
clay with stevia.
Definitely clay with
Definitely
stevia.
modeling clay with stevia.
Very much so, yeah.
she's opening another one though.
Right?
That's the funny part.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
She's like, God damn.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
well,
no, oh my God, these are horrible.
all right. Let's have 10 more.
Was
Well, before I
That
get
was
into
like-
Stevie, I was going to
That
give you
was such a cartoon
I got-
trope.
was it like slurm
and I was going to give you
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
The
slurm
only thing I
from
like is
Drama.
the
or
muffler.
tobacco? Tobacco.
It's
Tobacco
okay.
and slurm. Oh yeah, from the Simpsons. Yeah.
I found some dark chocolate. There.
Oh.
Taste
This one tastes like lipstick.
Oh well, that's just straight.
That's made of
Which one
bring
was
it
it?
up.
It's the pink one.
it.
The pink one tastes like lipstick.
I haven't tried that one yet.
Fat. So
Oh my god.
That's
Like-
disgusting.
This-
Or like the
yellow one tastes
flavored
like you inhaled
chapstick.
Pledge.
Yeah.
let her try one of those.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's,
just want to
that's
see
the
her
one.
face.
That was the first one I used. This
Used.
tastes like
Used.
Yes, purple is a fruit.
You know, you could just put that on a spoon and put a lighter in it.
you know
We
the
can turn it into a candle. Or I know what we'll do with it.
So, what
We melt
skill
it
do you guys want to
down.
use as a team to try to get this raft built?
Oh, Jesus.
Probably
Raft building.
survival.
I wrote it down under my
My knowledge.
under my
skills,
trades.
My trades.
Boatman. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
You watch
blacksmith.
Sephora. You watch Sephora's like glued bones all over her body, and she's got a big apocalyptic cloak on.
Can I
You
use
can call me-
alchemy to
You're
Call me the-
clean,
the-
Furiosa.
Yeah. Yeah, you can like help develop a way to like make all the rope and help fashion
Yeah.
your alchemicals, to bring all the wood
Right?
together.
Alright,
Pink?
then I'm using alchemy.
Okay.
Athletics.
Give me an alchemy roll.
it's like
Athletics.
Okay, give me
that
athletics.
flavored chapstick from when you were a kid.
Yeah.
That is what the pink one tastes like.
17.
17. 22. Okay. What are the rest of you doing as your skill?
Survival.
Trickery.
Okay. Give me survival.
Ooh, nat 20 on my trickery.
No, yes, it's safe.
I got a dirty
Yeah.
20.
It'll flow.
It'll flow.
It's safe.
Get on there, guy. Bye.
Dirty
20.
I'll
Okay.
take those 2 daggers. I'll put the orcs
Okay.
and the end.
17. Okay. Takes you guys about an hour to build it, but with all the remains of the rowboat and the floatwood and what you two brought down from above,
You gotta try the
eventually
pink one.
vines and leftover rotted rope and leather kind of binding everything
That was
together.
No, I think
You build a 8-foot long by
that's the pink.
5-foot
That's the one that tastes
wide
like
raft.
Okay. Load all our
cherry
stuff on it. and
Yeah.
chapstick. I don't
secure it
even
on
think
there.
it's cherry.
You can have like a wood
Yeah.
pole that
Wood
you can
pole.
use to kind of try to keep it from getting.
So
But right now
works
it's kind
the
of like
pole.
it's half on the shore, so
Those
the
are probably gonna
water's
give us diarrhea.
running
Oh,
underneath it.
no. I smelled it.
Oh no! Come on, you bitch! You gotta eat
Come on, you
it.
gotta try it.
Yeah,
You opened it, you
opened
gotta eat it.
You know what? That's got me a lot of trouble.
Well, Zipporah's gonna work the pole.
It's
No.
No.
it smells like Glade. It smells like Glade.
Well, it's you know, you never know what he
Don't
keeps
smell it,
in
eat
his
it.
pockets and his bags. So it's possible you could have like a Glade.
It's not the
plug-in
worst thing
in
you've
his
ever had
bag.
in your mouth, Phil.
Mother-in-law.
Or maybe it is.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is the worst thing he's put in his mouth.
I like the
Orange
original
is not
flavor.
terrible.
The orange
So-
is not terrible.
You guys all pile onto the
Not
raft.
happening.
Who's going to be in charge of the
Steering?
pole? Well,
I'll do it. I
steering
got
is a rough way of calling it, but you've got a 8-foot long guide pole to keep it.
Oh, yeah,
away
you're
from
probably
the edge of
stronger,
the-
right?
It's gonna take
Sure.
athletics or what?
It's definitely feeling like athletics.
Stronger.
Yeah.
I have a +5 for athletics. Okay,
So
guys
you
can
two
take
we
can
turns.
can do it
assist.
in concert.
Well, yeah, you could actually, because if you work together, then if there's
Yeah.
something that comes up,
Yeah.
you can offer that D8 for advantage.
I'll
Perfect.
So these two are working the pole.
You're just dying to say that, weren't you?
Why does everybody throw shit in my dice?
because it was fun.
Because everybody wants to put shit in your box.
Yeah. Who wants to stick something in my box?
Come on, buddy.
Just nasty.
The snozberry tastes like snozberry.
No, they all smell like Glade.
Yeah, right?
Ugh.
Just put them out in
No.
the toilet.
Just
for
Plug it
sure.
out, stick it in.
No,
Like
they,
mold a bunch of them together and hang them in your toilet bowl.
they, they smell like
I
Play-Doh.
was gonna say we could melt them
Oh,
down
They
and
smell
add-
like Play-Doh.
add ant
Let me
bait
smell.
and use them to kill off the ants, but the ants won't go for them.
That says a lot.
No.
Well,
Rumor
God,
has
they do.
it
They
that
smell
if
like.
the natural
Yeah.
world won't eat what you
Oh,
leave
so
out,
God, dude.
you probably shouldn't eat it.
Yeah, no, what's funny is ants were eating his bar of soap. It was
Yeah, I
a
get that.
Dr.
I get
Squatch
that.
bar.
Dr.
Interesting.
Squatch.
Yeah.
Interesting. Probably had sugar in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
exfoliating.
eating my sugar wax.
Well, yeah, it's got.
It's fucking sugar.
So,
It's sugar.
They ate around the hair.
You
you
know,
guys all pile onto the
Red.
Chicken garlic.
I'll
Ah,
take it.
it was there. I had to take
Wait.
it. I'm sorry.
Oh my god! Ate around
At
the
least it wasn't Lego eating it after you washed your feet.
very true.
Jesus Christ, man. No vampire's
It's
gonna come
funny,
with
those don't
50
look like
blocks
garlic.
for
They
this
look
place.
like those cereal puffs.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
cereal puffs.
right?
Yeah,
Cereal
shoot your
pop.
mouth.
Yeah, the pops or whatever they're called.
Yeah, corn pops.
The corn
pop. Yeah.
I do not want any more of those.
He'll sit there and eat an entire
Red
bag
is
of it
usually
and
my
then smell
favorite
like
flavor.
garlic for the next
There you go.
4 days.
And it was gross.
So you guys are currently on the raft. Either you can make the athletics check with a D8, or you can make the athletics check with a D8 as you kind of push the raft off
Be
into
my
the
guest.
river.
I'll do the athletic check. You do the D8.
Okay.
$26. Natural fun.
Okay.
So,
You guys
so it'd be
feel
28 then?
Is
Yeah.
that 20?
so as you kick off, all you can feel the
He
raft now
says it was a
floating
DC
in the middle of the stream.
It's
Using
been,
the
it's been
pole,
more than an hour, right?
Our 10 hit points gone.
No,
No, his
my
spell.
my burning thing. So I'm not burning the raft while we float down through.
pushing the raft out in the middle of the stream. It's about 4 feet deep currently. So the pole gives you some ability to kind of maneuver. And you guys are feeling the raft go underway. Before long, you leave the shoreside berm that you were at, and now you're going into the heart of the cave itself, like into the tunnel. It's pretty quick. It's swift. You two are focused on controlling the raft. The 3 of you can give me
We'll
awareness
name
checks
this part of
as
the
you're
water
keeping an eye out.
Taylor.
While I'm also going to be trying to make sure I know where we're going.
If you guys need light, I can light my raft.
21.
21.
This is the River Taylor. Yeah. Did we get to name it?
22.
9.
Too soon. Too soon.
9.
Okay.
22.
22. You're also focused on mapping your progress, so give me a cartography as well. Zipporah, you get the feeling that the water's getting a little bit faster. You also get the feeling that you're kind of descending at the same time. The roof of the tunnel is getting a little bit longer, like extended. So it definitely feels like you're going in a more downward direction.
Got a 21.
21.
Can I see the palm of your hand? That's from that shit?
Yup. It looks like melted sensi wax.
That look at your face
It
reminds
tastes
me
like that too.
when Joe tells
Just put it
Quagmire
in the
when he
sexy
eats
burner.
almond joy.
No, I don't remember.
And Quagmire goes, well, no wonder your kidneys are failing.
Dude, do you know they had a bunch of a group of like idiots that taste tested this shit before they actually started making
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
it? Like, who the fuck lied to them?
He probably would have.
It tastes great.
One out of 10 monkeys agree.
If they're paying
Chip-
$30 an hour, I'll
You know what?
Will the- will the
Tastes
monkey-
great, boss.
Will the monkey eat a Starburst or take an electric shock?
Yeah, right.
Who watches the monkey
I'd
takes
take
the electrical shock diodes off its head, puts them on it, falls.
I'd
I'll
rather
take the
take
shock.
that. If those things
No more,
taste like
no
they
more
smell.
fake Starbursts. I just can't be up.
It smells like potpourri.
I can't even smell it, man. The idea of it just sounds disgusting.
Now, if it had THC in it, then everything would be okay.
Yes.
actually, yeah, that
Yes.
would actually make it these
Worth taking.
Yes.
worth taking. Yeah.
So,
As
for
it
the
finishes
next
off
hour,
So
for the next hour, the trip pretty much evens off to where you're kind of just keeping the raft stable from time to time. You're kind of trying to map the direction that you're going in. You guys are kind of keeping an eye out, and also not necessarily wanting to kind
waiting
of,
for the waterfall.
yeah, like you're on the edge of the front, like you got your ear out, like just trying to listen to
Listen
that
for the
churn,
roar.
that roar,
are you doing
and eventually the underground stream slows down, and you guys come out into a massive underground lake. And then you kind of settle into the lake.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean.
The pole no longer has the ability to hit the ground anymore. The lake is beyond 8 feet deep.
And this is after an hour.
Yeah, this is at the
you
end
say
of going
lake?
through the tunnel, and now you're in an
Yes.
underground lake. And looking to your right and left, you can't really see a shore as much as like a cavern's edge. And it's quite large and getting more and more open.
Is there an island in the middle with an unfortunate looking creature on it?
Give me an awareness. She's just digging up shit.
11.
11. That's what you can see. No, there's more open water. Looking up
Crabs falling out of.
the cavern height is only about maybe 20 feet up. So it's not a very tall cavern. Once again, this feels like long-term erosion, and this water source is being fed by that stream you just came through. There is a current because you can't really steer it anymore. The raft is just kind of floating and drifting in a northerly direction, which might take you to the other side.
So you got a shield? A shield?
Oh,
What do you mean a shield?
What do you mean?
Can you
Huh?
can you
No,
express?
a tanny shield. That's what I'm.
I don't have a shield.
Look at this.
Just playing,
Anybody have
role
a
play
sword?
game
A
for
sword?
like 25, 30
No, I
years.
heard shield. I was like, is that you mean the spell? Does anyone have shield?
I didn't hear
A shield.
I just heard shield. Like I
Yes.
have shield of faith.
Yes, I grab her and
Yeah, meat shield. I cast meat shield.
no, I am
if we need some kind of paddling something,
Ew,
Can
paddling,
I
paddling,
make-
paddling.
can I
What's that
make
from? Oh, Holy
Holy
Grail. Monty Python, the Holy
Spanking.
Grail.
Oh,
Spanking, 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 spanking.
Let's hear what she has to say.
Can I make an ice knife but try to shape it like a paddle, like the end of an oar? You make it. You create a shard of ice and fling it at a creature within range. But I'm asking if I can create a shard of ice and just hold on
It's-
to it.
It's pretty small. The water's pretty murky and warm. It probably wouldn't last very long.
Dang.
But D6 inspiration for
I will,
try
I will
it,
use
yeah.
something on the boat, on the pole, to lash it onto the pole to make like one of those gondola kind of swishy.
like the back and forth
Yeah.
or system.
System.
Or I could just
Okay.
hang out the back and kick.
We don't know what's in the water.
Good, let's try it.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
I don't got no legs. Now we got a guy with stumps.
So you grab the pole from Pandy
Let's
and
do
you
it together.
find some leather lashings and some kind of like leftover leather armor. You kind of make an impromptu paddle out of it. Kind of put a wood yoke kind of with a little bit wide finish on it at the end. You lash it down and you're not strong enough to use it that well, but you have
I
them
don't
kind of
use it. I
test
just
it.
made it. These guys
Yeah,
can
I
use
mean,
it.
and you guys tested it. It kind of works.
I'm gonna sit at the front of the boat
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and use my wings to like,
Cover.
you know, no,
Fly.
to. I mean, like
Kind of like
I
paddle
cast-
with the wind.
Paddle with the air.
throne.
paddle with the air.
Like a swamp boat?
A swamp boat with two people with wings.
Yeah, you're right. You're sitting at the front of the boat doing that. They're probably in the middle trying to paddle.
Back.
I pull
They're
a
at the
tooth
back.
out
I mean-
with
So
the
I'll
gators.
sit in the middle and I'll try to help you.
I'll take a knife, put my hand
Trying to
in
use
the
It's
the
water,
wings.
actually
into
it's
the water.
funny because we'll say that they're doing that while the three of you are kind of just at the back of the boat, and you're so like, I don't really want to hurt their feelings. Like it's not making any effect on
It
the
totally
raft.
would.
Not making
You
any
can
effect
fly,
on the
you
raft.
can't fly.
I wasn't trying to fly. I was just trying to
We're
move the
trying to
air.
use
Trying
our
Well,
to
you
use
guys
air
think
with
it
the
is
wind.
effective because they're like, the three of them are giving you the rah rahs. You're doing good. It's like, it keeps them busy
We're gonna
and
put
out
that
of
on a
trouble.
refrigerator.
Like, as for the
It's not like a sail, but
These guys are
similar
working
to
their
a
ass
sail.
off, and they're like, "It is working."
You're doing such a great job.
Go faster. Go faster. You don't hurt the feelings.
Come, sister.
Yeah, you
we
said you're at the
power.
front, right? And you're at the back?
No, she's in the
I'm
middle.
In the middle. Okay, since you're at the very front, she's in the middle, and everyone else is kind of like working the paddle to actually make the raft move. Give me an awareness check as you kind of have the front of the raft and then looking out at the lake.
16.
16. About 60 feet in front of you, something scaly kind of breaches the water and then descends underneath the water.
You know what this
Every
reminds
time.
How
me
big did it look? Like an alligator
Can't there
or
ever be
like
a dead lake? Like, can't this be like 99% salinity and like nothing fucking
like
lives in it?
what-
No, there's always got to be a fucking monster in
of?
it.
You know, like
like
ecosystem-
alligator
how does the food
size
chain
or
work down
like
here?
Give me
not
a
finding
nature check. Yeah, roll your nature
Yeah, what's
check.
the food chain down here? Come
Yeah,
on,
I mean,
let's think about this logically.
15.
They can swim up.
15?
You know,
We're the food chain. That's how he works it.
Yeah.
you know,
He hasn't eaten 10,000 years, and we're the first fucking meal, right?
you know what the situation reminds me of?
Um,
You ever see a chicken try to fly?
it looked more like
or
a
a
tentacle.
cockatiel in its cage? beating
I'm
its
not
wings?
trying to fly. I'm trying to
I'm
disturb the
flying.
air.
It looked more like a
Right.
tentacle. It breached the water about
Oh, no, it's
maybe
Cthulhu.
6 or 8 feet
That
and maybe
fucking
about
thing
12
that
feet
flies.
long. And it had like slime and like
I'm
growth hanging off of
telling
it.
them,
But then it went underwater.
guys, there's something in the water. It's big and
Of
slimy.
course.
Big and slimy. Big and slimy.
Should I poison the water?
Yes.
Does the wind coming off
You know
their
what? I
wings
thought
have
I
that
heard
funky
banjo
chicken
back there.
smell?
Let's go.
Funky. Really? chicken smell.
Yeah, that nasty chicken shit smell.
Oh,
No,
my
no,
God.
really, we did one
No,
of
you
those.
ever see a
I'm
bird mites.
cockatiel in a cage pretending it's flying?
Yeah.
Right?
She would have been. She would have been.
It's not two eagles doing this.
I mean, the other,
It's two
so
chickens.
the other reason you guys are so funny, like you try a new system, it's not that much of a different system than D&D other than the mechanics, but yet your brains think the world is completely safe.
Yeah.
Like if
No,
we were
we
playing
don't.
No,
Shat-
no.
if we were
No,
playing
we-
Shattered
I just told
Zone,
him not to get in the water.
well,
What the
yeah,
hell?
but it's like, had you decided to be a little stealthier instead of sitting on the boat?
Like the pole in the water is not as.
I agree. I
Every
just
once in a while,
saying.
because they have to do every once in a while because they can't help it.
We're doing it quietly. It's just
No, you didn't say you were being quiet. You just said you were flapping your wings. They were like doing this impromptu way of like oaring the raft.
I go like this and push them both off.
Like the rowing of the raft isn't just as loud, if not louder, to
They're
something
both loud.
underneath.
That's my point. You're loud as fuck.
I just take my knife and I go, and it opens up a slice and blood just pours down my chest, and then I lose all soul in my eyes and I just topple off the cliff and burn.
So now all of you can see it. Every now and then, you get the feeling it's cruising a perimeter, like it's like stalking you at this point. It hasn't decided whether or not to taste whatever this is. And every now and then, you can see multiple
But save
tentacles
it,
kind
show.
of reach the surface of the water. And then you travel for about another 5 minutes. You don't see it for a while. Yeah, and then like after 5 or 10 minutes, just being cautious, and then the ripples kind of breach yet again. You get the feeling this thing is like circling a perimeter and just kind of patiently stalking. So far, I haven't gotten close enough to like threaten you directly yet.
Can we see the other side yet?
No, cannot. It is
Do-
still pretty far off.
Pour all your poison in that.
I cut off a finger
Do
and
I
throw it way
have
far
it?
away from
Do I have
Gotcha.
anything that will make us not smell like food?
Give me an alchemy check as you rummage through your alchemy bag.
Hey. Bad luck.
Yeah, make us still tough meat.
I'm gonna first go into my bag, pull out, wait for my
pieces all
Dirty
over.
20.
So, oh,
Dirty 20.
You're doing
Okay.
this for a reason?
Activate your cloaca. I'll be like,
We're not Aarakocra.
I'll be like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator, except it's chicken shit.
We're not Aarakocra.
The octopus walks by my eyes.
He's like completely taking over your species.
I'm gonna push him in the water.
Okay. And just let it
What-
kind of leach into the water.
What if we
Not
took
yet.
a little bit of
Not
food
yet.
and
Too
chucked
far
it way
away.
far away?
You can try that.
No,
Like-
I'm going to suggest.
Drop a few eggs in the water and see. Maybe he'll go for those instead.
You're the only one that lays eggs.
That's true.
No, actually, I don't. I do.
You have a very gross way of reproducing.
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking shrieker.
No.
She bites you and then you propagate an egg. Or you grow
What was your
something
dirty
and then-
24 again? They
Or-
totally
And then
derailed
you
me.
like grow
Poison.
this little
No,
thing
it was
that
to
then like
find-
pops.
Oh,
To
something
see
in
if
your
I could
alchemy
find
bag.
something in my alchemy
Yeah.
bag to make us
Um,
not look like food.
You come across so one of the things you like to hunt when you have downtime, because it allows you to make very interesting spells, you have a small bottle of harvested beaver glands. And you know,
Oh God! Why did you do this to? Why, Jason?
you know through many years of study and practice that if you chew on these, it'll give off this very like vinegary, stinky smell through the permeation of your skin.
Oh, there's a bag of them right there.
And,
Won't that attract frat boys?
you get the feeling it might work. Yeah, you get the feeling it might work.
I'm gonna just pass some out to everyone and just very quietly try not to make noise. Be like, chew on these. It might make us smell like we're not food.
Is this one of those poison caps?
No,
I explain what it is.
They're beaver glands.
Well,
Well, you explained that they're magical scent covering devices.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell everyone they're beaver glands because nobody's going to chew them
That's
that
fair.
way.
Oh, I'm sure I know they're beaver glands.
I have herbalism.
I mean,
Are they
you
beaver
probably
gland?
It's not nerd.
I'm married to her.
I'm
Don't
married.
know their beaver glands.
Okay, I take it. I give back.
I mean,
No.
do you start chewing on one to kind of
I
like
start chewing on one.
you watch as Cassiopeia pops one in her
It
mouth.
pops
and
in her mouth like a
Starts chewing it.
starburst. What are those gum
I
fizz in the
beseech
middle?
my patron, do I have to?
Kind of like
I have to.
For once, a deep, dark connection is established.
Please, I don't want
You hear this booming voice in your head.
Yes, I'd like to see that.
Do it.
In fact, I think it would be an amazing pack
Okay, here
weapon.
comes the beaver gland.
I'm trying to convince everyone that it's like just
God,
a
don't
stinky
eat it.
bulb off
Just
of
to
a
be a
plant.
beaver
Okay.
do it. Do it.
Yes, you're doing well. Now put it in your mouth. Chew on it. Put it in your mouth.
chew on it.
Chew. There you go.
Oh, someone's tail.
So with that,
Like that.
Jesus, guys.
You
This is
missed it.
dissolving.
so as you guys start chewing on these like rubbery, herby nodules, right? So everyone
Does
give me
not make it sound bad.
everyone give me stealth check with a D8 on top of it.
Look what I rolled. Double ones.
One on his D20 and a one
And a
on
one
his
on my 8. And then what is
Nice.
it? Agility?
Stealth.
So
Stealth. So that would be a total of 7.
Okay.
So I got 17.
Okay.
Dirty.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
what's
There
it?
you go.
18 plus 4 plus 7?
22.
No, it's
29. What level are you?
I rolled an 18 and a 7 on my
Right.
D8.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
a plus 4.
Good Lord, that's a 29. So that easily, the 29, 20, and 21 will easily compensate for Zephora's 7. None of you notice, but Zephora like takes one bite of the nodule and just
spits
like
it out.
spits it
Yeah.
out into the water.
I like
Some dolphins gonna eat that and go, what the fuck?
At some point in the middle of this journey, you feel the raft stop in the middle of the water. You watch as dozens of tentacles start sniffing like at the edges of the raft. You can see the kind of like sea anemone kind of like little ends of the sucker cups kind of tasting the surface of the raft. You can see it kind of like one of the tentacles kind of like bumps into Cassiopeia and then kind of like almost like shocked or whatever. It just kind of retracts really quickly. And after a while, all the tentacles kind of pull away. If anyone wants to look over the edge,
Sure.
You look down and you see a multi-eyed creature. It's facing straight up. The tentacles are kind of coming out of its mouth, tasting the raft. Its head is probably like 40 feet diameter, and the mouth is like 3 times the size of the raft. So all of you are kind of like looking down at this, and then after all the tentacles retract, the creature just kind of submerges. You feel the boat get released. The raft gets pushed forward with the wake that its body makes, and you watch as this 200-foot long creature just kind of slinks away in the opposite direction and down into the water.
We would have died.
Yeah.
No, we just
You kind of keep going. Yeah. Eventually, you reach the other end of the underground lake. There are 4 tunnels. To the right. Help!
Which one's
To the
map
left.
maker, make me a map.
I'm,
Draw
I'm
me a
checking the
sign.
map and checking for anything that might
no
mark
memory.
which tunnel is the right one.
That one. Smells less foul. Give me cartography for starters.
One without the skill and crossbow and butter.
And I said, like, you know that.
Yeah, is there any
Nat
writing on any of
one.
them?
Plus 5.
Help action!
You can go to the help action, so yeah, D8 on top of that.
5.
Total of
So total of 6 plus 5.
11.
11.
looking at your map and getting a gauge for where you might be. The Lake Hope might be the other side that's feeding this underground lake. 2 tunnels on the right, the water's running in reverse, so they're being fed probably from another stream. You guys get the raft a little closer to the 2 tunnels on the left. Both of those seem to equally dip down, and you can hear like the water picking up pace. Looking down, one kind of branches, sidewinds down. The other one kind of branches and sidewinds up, then down. They kind of go in different directions from what you can tell.
Do I have any idea which one I might want to see?
Is there any
Hard to know.
is there any writing around the tunnel opening?
Give me awareness.
I would be looking for any kind of
Awareness or survival.
14.
Okay, 14.
8.
8. Survival or awareness?
awareness.
Awareness. The tunnels don't seem to have any markings. They don't seem to have any indicator as to that being used. Yeah, they both smell kind of dank water and rotting vegetation. It's hard to tell which one to take.
And you said one branch and the other.
They both branch, but in different directions. They both seem to go down. I'll say this much with your awareness roll. The one on the furthest left looks the choppiest. Like there's stones and things sticking out of the surface.
Let's go in the other
Oh,
way.
okay. What do you got so far?
He's looking.
Well, I'm a ranger.
Okay.
That helps. But
Are
this
you
is
good
really
at
not
putting out
my.
fires.
This is really not my
You said which one
favorite terrain. So.
has more stone?
The one on the far left. Like the water's choppier. It's a little bit swifter than the one to its right.
Let's take the one by the
The one to the right looks smoother, but it's possible that the one to the left is the correct one because nobody wants us to go through.
Nobody wants us to go through.
Well,
Yeah. There's
obviously
4 tunnels.
But 2 are feeding in.
2 on the right.
The gods are
Correct.
telling us to go.
I don't
What
know.
you're
Ask
saying?
your god.
No, I was going to look at the chance.
No, she said that.
Heads,
Oh,
we go to the.
nobody's
There's
been
that.
able to get to this place. Really, it's very difficult to get there.
Which
So
place?
it may have been set up
Is
as
there
a
any way
trap.
to tell which one might lead to the surface?
One of them started to lead slightly up. It
Oh,
went
let's go
down
to
and
the
then up.
faster.
Choppier one.
Okay.
We're gonna break our boat.
Start kind of using the oar to go over to that one. You feel the swiftness of the river kind of pick up the pace and immediately kind of like draw you into it. The tunnel gets a little bit more compact and already the raft is kind of buffeting. And so whoever's on the tiller at this point, Give me give me athletics with advantage. So you have a D8.
Help.
That's the
That's
D8.
the
Right?
D8.
14, 19.
19. So while Dalian's kind of like guiding it and keeping it steady, it's picking up the pace, and you guys can hear a distinct roaring sound.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Waterfall. Why did we go down the
Getting-
bad one?
Getting louder. Woo! As it picks up even more pace, you kind of are floating in a rapid now. And you can see multiple rock landings around you. You see the beginning of a shore, and about 200 feet in front of you, a mist of just water, kind of
Okay.
billowing up in the air.
Trying to get to the shore. Trying to get to the shore. Trying to get to the shore.
Give me
Getting away from the
athletics.
shore.
To start.
Getting away from the shore.
Just a straight athletics?
Athletics. He could be helping you.
Guidance.
Andy could be helping you. Guidance. Do we have
But
guidance? in the
hasty
game?
bargain.
No.
Okay.
When I make an attack check, oh,
It's a cantrip.
never mind.
Will they get a D4 or
D8.
D8? That is the help advantage, right? Guidance or
You can grant a help die to
Okay.
an ally within range.
okay. So guidance is giving you a D8 on this one.
2d8.
No,
Okay.
just one.
Help action.
No, you get one help.
Why?
Hey, Sora.
You
You
one
wanna
help
go over?
action.
You want to go over?
24.
24.
I'll
You,
catch us.
you kind of
Well, there's some people that can fly.
I know. I'm three of us. Three of us.
do you steer towards the right side of the shore or the left side of the shore?
Which one's bigger? Which one has a door?
Which one has a door?
Which one has a bar?
Which one has a baby mimic and a bag of holding?
Which one has a baby mimic in a bag of holding?
Why do you enable her?
Skeleton bars.
You enable her.
Is there a cave?
There's no mimics in this game.
Go left.
Or bags of holding.
Kind of like take it over left, and
No, I look.
the raft kind of like settles on the left side shore, about 100 feet short of what looks to be a 200-foot wide waterfall. It kind of is cresting,
And, no
and you can
pets.
hear it roaring
Horrible.
on the other side.
I have
But you guys are currently on the left side shore of the stream.
things support.
Look around.
Okay. Give me awareness. As you should kind
Go
of
on your
look
shirt.
about.
I'll also be looking around, see if I can figure out where.
Survival.
So,
23. Okay.
12.
12. Not really sure map wise. Without any kind of major location to kind of coordinate yourself, you're not really sure where you are. You definitely have gone further north. As you look around, there is a there's like a rough path that maybe the water, when it goes up and down and up and down. So there's like an erosion path along the left side that goes up to the edge of the waterfall. You can actually see that kind of cuts down and descends beyond the rock that you can see. There might be a kind of makeshift path that could take you guys down below the waterfall.
Go look.
I'm gonna walk up to it and run. I have dark vision up to any space.
Okay. So how far are you walking up to the edge
Yeah.
to look down? Give me a agility save, please.
Guidance.
16.
16. You guys can see Pandy at the edge,
And then we can't.
and then you can't. It's like he gets up to that edge, and, he goes, "Ah!" and then you lose sight of him. Woo!
What happened? We didn't make it?
You put out your wings as you're falling. So as you slip, well, he's gone ahead of you guys to look down into the waterfall. You guys are still at the shore's edge.
Oh.
So you hear him scream, "Whoa!" And then as you start to tumble at first, it's mud, rock, sand, and then you kind of bounce off a section of the cliff that's alongside the waterfall, which gives you enough time to get airborne. So as you bounce out, your wings come out. And as you start cresting,
Fly.
and now you're gliding, give me an awareness as you're kind of like frantically looking around to see where you're going. Yeah. 17. So as you're trying to figure out where to go, you can see the waterfall to your right. Looks like it drops about 50 feet down into some rapids that continue on into several like different kind of stream beds that go further. You can see a kind of a little bit of light up ahead of you, and then you can hear like drums. And as you kind of keep circling down, you can see a little makeshift village. You can see little folk kind of moving along the edge. They haven't spotted you yet because you're using your dark vision. You don't really have anything out. But as you continue to glide down towards the gravel riverbed at the edge of the water below, give me another agility check to land. Make sure you can stick the landing. 22. You land in the gravel. What do you for do? You've lost track of Pandy.
I go over to look for
He's
Okay.
gone.
same.
We have to
You
move
two.
on.
So you two go rushing up to take a look.
I'm not rushing. I'm
Either-
going carefully.
Okay. Give me
I-
awareness as you start approaching the edge.
I'll be carefully
there.
rushing.
Okay. So give me agility since you move at a faster pace.
Ooh, I got a natty 20.
For a total of.
It's awareness 25.
Well, we'll get to you in a minute.
So 25.
25. Okay.
18 plus 2, that's 21.
21. You slowly go up to the edge. You kind of quickly pass her by. She quickly grabs onto you as you get to the edge. And you can see the slick mud and moss and green kind of slime. You can also see where his footprints were, where he had slipped over the edge. So the two of you are now on the very edge. You can see the waterfall falling alongside you to the right. You can see the lake or the river rapids down below that kind of continue on into the distance. And you can see the torchlight of a village.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can see that.
Can you?
Can we?
Do you know, look for it?
I don't know. I'm down. I would be looking to see if I could see where.
So you look down over the edge, see down below at the river's edge, you can see little firefly sparks.
Oh, he's there. He's safe. Or he's on. He's alive. Do you guys want help down?
What are you gonna do?
I mean, we could push you.
We definitely could, or
He
we
asked
try
in typical
to
Sephora fashion.
glide down with you.
No.
You want
So
to
we push him
fall?
off the edge.
Why the over at the shore where I'm at,
Mhm.
not with you two
Knuckleheads.
knuckleheads.
Yes.
Uh,
See you looking for the word. I
yeah.
just helped you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It was a better word than I was thinking of. Okay, where is there anything there? Is like steps leading down, maybe instead of jumping out of a fucking cliff?
Well, everything
anything
here
like
is
that?
like natural erosion.
Right.
So it's like they just took advantage of a path that was cut by the water's rise and fall over the years. Give me a nature check as you kind of look around the riverbed.
Nature check.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
like,
Bask the area in a little bit of light.
Well, nature's a knowledge. I don't have nature.
you don't have no one.
Then give me a d20 without a bonus.
Okay. A 1.
You're not that kind of ranger. I'm an above ground ranger. I don't do below ground.
Yeah, I'm not below ground. What are you doing?
Why don't you put your skill?
Why'd you take glide? What a useless skill. All right. Now let's get
Hey,
back
it's
to
a
the
useful
game.
skill right now. Okay, so you have intelligence.
Yeah.
So you would have 2 in all of these if you didn't take any knowledge. You still would have 2 in all.
How would I have 2 in
Because
all?
they're intelligence based.
Yeah, they're still in town.
So I got 3. What did you do?
Okay, that's not quite as bad as a 1.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it just looks like a natural environment. There's nothing like.
No, I'm gonna just stare, but like, is anywhere leading down? I look at the perimeter of this area.
Yeah, I
see if
mean,
it's-
you're on the left bank,
Or is it just like a cave?
so it's a large open cave, right?
Okay.
And this part of the drift of the water is where Dalian kind of steered the raft over to the edge.
Right.
So everything to your right is rapids until it gets to the waterfall. So what you're looking at is like the erosion of the cave wall.
Yeah.
And over those years, it's created a footpath.
Okay.
And maybe even through other people's use of it. That's where they are. They followed that footpath up to the edge where they lost sight of Pandy.
Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be anything like man-made or like humanoid made. It all feels like a natural environment.
Yeah, I get it's natural. There, what I'm saying is,
at that
is
edge,
there a
a way
way
down?
Well, you have to-
down besides falling off a freaking cliff?
well, if you go up and join them at the edge, which they would tell you to
Well,
be
I already
careful.
looked at the perimeter of the cave. That's why I just wanted to check to see if there's like
Right.
exit.
So,
in it. It's got
You would
stairs.
you would notice that where they're standing appears to be the only way to know of an exit. So you see that they're being cautious. So you pass by Dalian, you go up to where they're standing, and you're on this 50-foot tall cliff looking down in the rapids down below where the waterfall is kind of feeding direct into it.
Okay.
Now give me a survival check from here as you try to look for another way down other than that kind of leap of faith down into the water. And while he's doing that, Dalian, what are you working on? Just
God damn
looking
it.
around. Give me an awareness check. Look around.
I got a 9.
9? Okay. You got a 9. 9? Okay.
9.
9?
9.
You could scale the cliff. There's enough handholds, footholds. It's broken rock. You know, it's that kind of typical kind of cliff face that's kind of been eroded over time. It could be. I mean, you're at the bottom, so you wouldn't know. But from this top angle, it looks like you could either try to free climb. I mean, if you wanted to, you could leap far enough and dive down into the rapids.
That's
50
what I
feet
was thinking.
below.
Assuming it's deep.
There doesn't appear to be any other kind of way down looking around at this area.
Can I see the opposite thing?
No, you cannot because of the rapids
Well-
leading into the waterfall. You look across to kind of get a feel. I mean, Sephora already like checked the shallow area that you're in for something and couldn't find anything, so went up to where these two are. You get the feel you could try to make your way over to the other side and check and see if there's an option on the right side bank, but that would take you through the rapids again. And you're currently by yourself if you try to do that. So
I find a good purchase, and so I can push off past any rocks and other stuff.
okay, athletics or acrobatics? Did you dive into the waters below? Nice.
Finally.
I mean, I was secretly hoping for.
I know, right? So it'd be 25.
Because he'd be rolling up a new character.
It'd be 25.
25. You guys watch as Sephora kind of crawls down to a nearby rock that's overhanging more than the others. And she kind of takes a little run and then just leaps into the air. And-
Somersaults.
Yeah, she somersaults, but when she somersaults, she goes like this. And then right neck, like about 20 feet out in the water by where you are, you just see Sephora. Yeah, you see Sephora now breaking through the moisture of the waterfall and perfect dive into like 10 feet of water.
No, it's, and then there's 4 goblins on the edge going like this.
And then you watch Sfurp reaches the water coming back up.
It's only 10 feet.
It's only 10 feet deep where you dive. But because you got a really good roll, you hit it just right.
A
Just
belly
right.
flop.
You hit it right there on the edge. But
Hey,
So you two are still
It
up
was
at
a
the
risk
edge,
with all
and
the
you're
ones
still
I
up on the upper bank.
I'm gonna go ahead and just slide down.
Give me acrobatics as you glide on down towards the bottom.
Is that something you can do? Can you carry someone?
Yeah.
You can?
It is
What's your
17
might?
plus 4, 21.
Your might's a 1.
What's your might? My might is also a 1. Yeah,
What's your might?
3.
3.
We would have had to try.
I
to
mean,
You can dive off like I did.
you could try to carry him. It would require an athletics check to do it well. And then you'd have to make an acrobatics check.
Can I guidance myself?
Sure, I'm okay with that.
What? How difficult would it be for me to follow the path?
Give me a survival check as you examine all the rocks and kind of broken, pathway rocks below it.
Natural one.
It looks
totally do it.
terrifying.
I can totally
As-
do it.
Yeah, as
It looks pretty terrifying.
as a
You're
and I
unsure.
are just sitting there by the bank, I just pull out a bottle of whiskey. Good dive.
I got a natty 20 and a 3.
Okay,
So,
I mean,
plus my 1.
she can carry you down. Was that
24.
your athletic check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 1. So
Okay.
24.
All right. So we'll say you can give me a regular acrobatics check if you decide to step off the edge and glide down with Dalian kind of.
Hanging under.
Yeah, like you're hanging under a
And
midriff.
acrobatics check?
Yeah.
Do I get help from him or is it him?
Well, he's a hindrance, so for you it'd be
You said it's
guidance
a
of yourself
regular.
again.
Can I say that while I'm gliding, I would be kind of like
Yay, sister.
trying to be prepared to catch him?
I'll activate my fire
We'll see.
shield
What was
so
your
she can
acrobatics?
see on the way down.
It was 17 plus 4.
Okay. Okay.
19.
19.
Just acrobat.
Okay. She's doing okay. Every now and then she kind of tilts and lists a bit from
Thank
the added
you.
weight.
Sorry.
But
Sorry, made fun
eventually,
of your gliding.
all of you are now on the below riverbed and looking kind of up at the 50-foot sheer cliff that you just came off of.
And our raft falls down.
No, it's up on the riverbank. I'm just curious. Did you guys remember to grab your stuff?
Yes.
Did someone say they were grabbing the stuff off the
I
raft?
just assumed I was wearing my backpack.
I would have been
I
holding on to my bag.
Didn't say we took our
Okay, I'm just
backpacks
saying because
off.
earlier someone said you put all your stuff on the raft.
I
Never
did.
said that.
No.
I can't now. Wait to replay that recording.
No,
I don't think so.
we did. I said we
Yeah.
bash our shit to the raft.
Yeah.
In case you don't know.
No, he did.
That was
I-
He did.
I wouldn't.
You mean
I
she
would've-
did?
She did.
She left her stuff on the raft.
I would have
I
left
would-
my stuff.
all
to
my
me.
stuff on the
Okay.
raft.
It's fine. I'm just
I'm
checking.
gonna say okay. I'll say okay, fine. I forgot shit on the raft.
We'll just say you forgot some basic supplies.
Yeah,
That's
fine.
fine.
Okay.
Like cracked
got
finger
goblin
bones and magic daggers and
No, those are I had.
The stack
Not
of baby mimics.
The daggers I had.
I'm mostly fine. So you guys are down below, and you're on a large, like gravelly riverbed, and now you can hear the drums.
It's actually garnets and diamonds.
Oh, that'd be
A
cool.
riverbed of garnets and diamonds?
Wouldn't that be great? You can hear the drums off in the distance. You can hear creatures talking.
I don't want to know how that's coming through the microphone.
Okay. Are they speaking Goblin?
Sounds like it, yeah.
I speak Goblin.
Do you? It sounds like a ceremony.
Okay.
Something about the great feed. Something about they're about to do a ceremony to protect themselves from the great feed. And they're just it's this droning over and over of drumming, and eventually it just cuts out and goes quiet.
Doesn't sound good.
Some great feed. Mention that. You look off to your right, out in the middle of the rapids. You see small rafts have been set adrift, and there's about 5 of them. You can see the silhouettes of humanoid figures
Is there a light on
attached
them?
to these poles. You see little torches kind of like sticking out of the edges of them.
Like goblin humanoid or like people?
Hard to tell. It's too dark, kind of too far away. You watch as these huge serpent-like creatures come out of the water, crash onto these rafts, and then slam the rafts into rocks. And you watch as raft parts go spitting up in the air. You watch as like a humanoid figure tumble, and then one of their mouths just swallows it whole. And you can see things thrashing around. You look over at the edge of the river that you're on, and you see this massive alligator start kind of pulling itself up, its eyes independently blinking as it stares at the 5 of you. That's where we're going to finish today. When we come back next week, I got this awesome large alligator. You guys can fight.
No.
And at level 1 is always fun because someone's going to get swallowed whole. I just know it's going to happen.
Not it.
You're usually.
Oh,
Hey everybody! Thank you for coming out and hanging out. I know it was kind of a wild night. Thank you to who was it? That was who's helping us. That was.
Thank you to Hugh.
You're wrong. Great handle for YouTube. I love it. That was the name of the guy who was helping us. And
Thank you,
Emerald
Ron.
Titan, thank you for joining us as well. We'll be back here next Tuesday night to see how they fare against the alligator. And next Tuesday is a milestone because you've arrived at the end of the bog and will come out, hopefully, if you live above towards Lake Hope. So you guys survive the alligator. It'll be a milestone. We get to be level 2. Hopefully more wolves will be dropping. Oh, by the way, if anyone's interested, go to Darrington Press. The pre-order for Daggerheart kicked off today. I think we're getting Daggerheart in October or November, I think. One of those months, just in time for the holidays. We originally tried a test of that, and we liked it. So I do plan on running a table for that. Whether it's with this group or another group, I don't know yet. It might be with the Monday group. But we're definitely going to run a table with Daggerheart because I do love the Hope and Fear dice there. It's so cool. But everyone be safe, be kind, and don't forget.
Play
games! You're such a dick.
It has cards.